What is going on, you guys? A21 Mayo here. Today I'm bringing you episode number 5 of the viewer VoD review series. Now, before I jump into the VoD itself, I have a few things I want to go over. Firstly, there are links to my Twitch, Twitter, Discord, as well as my tip video playlist down below. Make sure you guys go follow me on Twitch and Twitter. I stream on Twitch almost every single day. And I have over 15 different tip videos in my tip video playlist below. If you want to submit me your VoD, there will be a Google form link down below in the description. So if you want to see me review your VoD, follow that link and submit your VoD to me. Okay, so now that I've covered everything I wanted to, we can jump into the VoD itself. This VoD was submitted by Strife. I'm not sure if this is a scrim or a go for something. The YouTube title is tournament something, so I'm not sure what it is. But this is on console, so we're on Clubhouse. I'm not surprised by the bans. Ella being banned is a little bit of a unique ban, I guess. Like, I don't see a lot of Ella bans. Jackal, like, people always ban Jackal. I don't know why. Echo, I mean, it is a comfort ban, but Echo is also really strong, and Maverick obviously is a default ban. He breaks the map. So I'm not too surprised by the bans on Clubhouse. So whoever's talking right now knows what they're talking about.
Thatcher, breaches. I got it. Okay, we're running this exact loadout all 6 rounds.
I wouldn't say this exact loadout.
Yeah, we're all doing. I mean, I'm Scuff.
You don't really need the Thatcher.
I'm Scuff too. You don't even use like.
I mean, unless you want to go for a. Well, it depends. Because Kate isn't banned, so you actually would need the Thatcher, but.
Nah, bro, I'm just hyped. My fucking nerves.
Yeah.
Who's in the hurricane? Who's in the hurricane, boys?
Me.
The Arsenal. Yeah, they are.
No way.
Who's moving? Who's moving at the moment? Crap, are you moving? It's fine. Alright, let's get blue first, and then we'll move up.
Okay, Thatcher always takes.
No, clear roamers. We gotta clear roamers before anything. Go back
Yo.
to lagging.
Is his microwave on? What the fuck?
Thatcher should always take diffuser. I disagree.
Okay, from now on.
Thatcher's gonna need to be flexible for any sort of utility. Like if Thatcher wants to get rid of an ADS in blue, he's gonna need an EMP. If Thermite is dead or doesn't have any flashbangs, and same with Ibana.
Yo, can I get a claymore?
If you want to split push here and go for a church take, you're probably gonna need.
I don't know where Vigil is, but he's roaming.
You're going to need to get rid of. Okay, so this right here is not good because when you open this wall right here, not only does it give the defenders a better line of sight. So when you open that wall right there. Okay, so I just missed something actually important. You said you were going to open dirt and church. I don't see why you would want to open dirt and church. If you're going to open dirt, you should go for an arsenal execute. If you're going to open church, you shouldn't go for an armory execute. You might need to go for an armory or church execute depending on how many defenders there are, which the amount of time is still left in the round and it's still being a 5v5. You don't know what their defense is yet. If you're going to call out what kind of push you're going to do, you're going to need at least some sort of intel so you can see where the defenders are going to be and what kind of setup they have. Because let's say you want to open dirt here and go for an army execute. You didn't drone sight yet, so you never know. There could be 3 or 4 defenders in armory, and they could be expecting exactly what you're doing, and you lose the round because of it. So you shouldn't be calling out your sight execute before you even get the intel or which side is weaker, because you're not there to push the same side as an attacker. You're there to find holes in the defender's defense in order to capitalize on their holes and execute sight. So calling out your push before you even get intel is not good. Definitely don't do that. Always get the intel before anything. Also, what I was saying about the exothermic, if you put the exothermic on the south side wall over here, the furthest one away from you, not this close one here, but this one like directly in front of you behind the wall. What that allows the what that allows the defenders to do, so if you have a 3-speed, it's a faster rotate, because when you open this wall right here, it takes them a little bit longer, which they're detected for a little bit more, than you opening the far side wall, and they can just run straight up and into freezer. Also, another reason why you shouldn't open the wall that you're about to open is because they can sit in dirt and hold an angle to freezer or main stairs window for the rotate into dirt. So they can literally sit right here on the wall somewhere, hold this angle from freezer rotate, or hold this angle from main stairs rotate and cut off your rotate. And you'd probably think it's safe, you can rotate down, and you get shot right in the head because you opened the wrong wall. Never, ever open that wall.
Yo, can I get a claymore over here?
Cover.
See, that's the wall you should open right there. You should never open this wall.
Probably up top.
When he's using his ERC, you can use his pistol gadget to find him.
Yo, slime him.
Oh yeah, he's pool table.
See, like right here, as you were rotating to freezer, you could have been shot in the head because you never know. There could be a defender peeking your thermite hole on dirt.
Dead?
Nice, good trade.
That's the fucking trade. Good
Okay, so you guys poorly roam clear the vigil there, like very, very poorly. You don't have anyone droning IQ to my knowledge, and you don't have anyone pinching the vigil. You guys have 2 minutes left. You have the time on your side, and if you can keep the man advantage, then it's even better, because you can waste a 20-30 seconds to roam clear the vigil and get that kill without losing a teammate. But the Habana gets the immediate refrag, which is really good. So now it's man count. The man count is even. And you're going to engage a Jaeger. Okay, so you engage the Jaeger and you immediately push down the stairs. I wouldn't do this. Because one, you still have 2 drones and an exothermic left. You don't need to push down main stairs. You're pretty much playing a fragmite roll now. You need to be playing a lot more slow, and you need to be letting either the IQ here, if she was alive, or the Zofia push down main stairs. You need to be droning them down, because you never know. There could be someone just literally sitting on main stairs holding this angle. Okay, so actually Zofia's already down main stairs. So that makes me think that the Jaeger came from upstairs somewhere. So maybe I missed this Zofia here, and you saw her there, so you knew main stairs was clear, which is a possibility.
Sammy.
So that could have been why.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so you're telling your teammates to cover Moto. You're moving a little bit too quick here. You still have 2 drones with 1:30 left on a hard support roll, which is thermite. You should be droning here. You should never be face checking. I haven't seen you on a drone since prep phase. So definitely start droning more. You're pushing way too aggressive. You're pushing off frags, most importantly, which is good, yes, but not always. Because when you get a kill and you want to push off of that kill to get more map control, there could be another defender there for the immediate refrag, and guess what? Now man advantage is back at even, and you're on thermite. You're taking all the map control by yourself, basically as an entry when you're supposed to be a hard support.
Yeah, rotation, pulse.
In moto.
See, now would be a good time for you to turn into a fragmite, but you're still not droning. You need to be droning. You have 1:30 left. You already have full map control. Drone the bomb site.
In church.
Yeah, you're pushing way too much.
Site, clear. Dummies.
GMMK is the next game.
Huh?
No one's droning, but we know where they are.
Nah, bro.
So if you're not gonna full roam map clear, you need to be having a drone on both staircases. That's the least you should do. Because if you don't have your drones on both staircases, you give the defenders a chance to rotate upstairs and you don't know. Like there you had a drone on red stairs, like near lounge, which is good. But you didn't have a drone on main stairs from what I saw. And if you're not having... So if you're going to have pre-placed drones, what you need to do is let the Thatcher and the Thermite sit on those drones when the round starts. This is why the recent change to droning and prep phase is so good, because you don't have to get off your drone forcibly. I don't know if that's a word. The game doesn't force you to get off the drone anymore. You can change the setting, so change it to always be on, so that way you're on your drone when the round starts, so that way there isn't the chance that someone rotates up the stairs by the time you get off and them back on the drone. So, I mean, you taking your drone to spawn is good, but you definitely need pre-placed drones on the staircases, so that way you know someone is going to rotate up the stairs. Because right now you have a huge hole in your defense, or your attack.
So they had a
You have
visual, so they're
nobody
mostly
watching
going
main
over the
stairs.
top.
Good
Yeah,
shit.
slam! Slam!
Oh my
Slam!
God.
Yo, that's Roamers, that's Roamers, that's
Alright,
Roamers.
calm down.
I killed Vigil. Yo,
Crap.
fucking.
So you're calling that's roamers, but you didn't call out the operators. That wouldn't be considered roamers. Because, I mean, any operator can roam, but you have more of an expectation for a Jaeger to roam or a Vigil to roam. You don't really have an expectation for a Smoke to roam or a Mute or something like that.
You guys, you slam Doc.
Opening the wrong wall again.
We already got dirt.
Hey, yo, hop on. Yo, claimer that. Yo, break it, go back, break it. Wait, no, I got it.
Yeah, you going in here, being droned in by Thatcher. I mean, you waited for the intel for it to be called clear, which is good. But you shouldn't be here doing this. You should definitely...
He's playing back chairs, playing back chairs. He's in bar.
Flashing.
He might be rotating lounge.
I'm pushing main. I'm mid. I'm mid. They have a legion.
Jaeger pool table,
Oh.
Jaeger pool table.
Yeah, see, you just lost your Thatcher. Where are your entries at?
Bro, I'm bottom main.
You're not helping your teammates at all with this Jaeger. Yeah.
I'm
Like,
gonna go for church. Hey yo, watch my cam. It's the last cam, last drone.
Yo,
Watch
yo,
it.
why are you going for church when you have a roaming Jaeger? What?
Vigil. Oh shit.
You guys said you had such a flawless execute last round, but you have so many holes in your attack. Like, firstly, you didn't have any drones pre-placed main stairs, so that allowed the defenders to either rotate up main stairs or go strip side without you knowing. You had the drone lounge, which could see cache. But you have so many holes and so many wrong things going on. Like, you as a thermite with... I mean, you just used your drone, which is good. You pre-placed it in Moto. But you just lost your Thatcher. You still have man advantage, but you lost your fucking Thatcher, dude. Like, that should not happen. That should be either the IQ or the Zofia dying. Thatcher should not be entry fragging. Neither should Thermite. You should be droning the Zofia or the IQ in. Not the Thatcher droning the Thermite in. That is not how it's supposed to work. Because let's say you die. What is going to happen to your execute? You can't get church wall now. You already got dirt, and Hibana has to get at least one hatch. So you either go for church or you go for arsenal. It's that simple.
Watch last cam.
I got it.
Crap, you can push up.
You're still not helping your team with the Jaeger.
Yeah, he's in
You as a thermite with 2 drones here, you should be droning this Jaeger strip side. You guys have a minute 30 left. You have so much time with man advantage. It's a 4v3 with a minute 30. So much going your way, except you still have a Jaeger above you. You still have a Jaeger roaming somewhere, and you guys don't know where. Last call out was strip side.
He's trapped. Yo, Crocs, I'm gonna sit here and wait.
Pushing
I'm gonna
metal,
break this hatch
pushing
for you.
metal.
Go, you guys go. You guys go, you guys do your thing. I'm watching.
dead.
You know Elysian sight.
We're
Crocs,
on
go,
site,
go,
we're off.
go. Go, team Crocs.
Complaints off here.
Someone watch the stairs.
Bro, we win. Don't
He's
get
in
aggro.
he's in first box.
Bro, we fucking win. I'm holding rotate, Guys, let's go, dude. Fucking amazing.
That's why
These defenders
that's
aren't
why you
capitalizing on your
this is the-
mistakes.
Oh God, you never trying to headshot him too. Like, corrupted me
I
off.
like your
That was a
excitement.
firing range right there.
I definitely get the same way on game day. Right now I'm in a league right now,
Expect
and my team is number 2 seed, which is basically the
That's definitely
Oh, yeah, that's
CC.
definitely
second best
But no,
in the league.
I know they run clash strats on
I
gym.
go back. Go
And I
back.
definitely get
Yeah.
excited on
They
game day.
run
That's
fucking
good.
clash strats on gym.
Let me see. Garage. Capi. Yo, so if we get Capi to Habana, we can.
So
we can take
keeping
over,
the momentum and the
garage
excitement
easily.
up is really good.
Hell easy. You get the fire bolts. They're getting wall. We open a wall. We have garage control like that. Same.
6
time.
picking the IQ for the Capitao is
No,
good
guys,
as
this
well.
is- like, they run clash cage strats. We get
Oh,
G1.
walls.
Let's just get G1.
Yeah, they went CC. That's CC. Save your drop.
What is
What, they were flashing
G1?
at CC? Oh no, they were baiting it. That's what they were doing. They were baiting it.
What the fuck is G1?
What is
Garage
G1?
door, like the first garage thing, the farthest one from, the closest one.
I'm putting in-
Oh, G. Oh, rafters. Oh, R1. Okay.
Have a
I was
camera.
confused.
These guys suck
Wait,
around
they
me.
kept the clash? Why?
I've never heard anyone call that
What are they gonna
G1.
do?
Nothing. They
We have
can't
a
stop us from
Sophia and
pushing.
a
I've
Catalan,
never
and
heard
a
that.
Thatcher. She's pretty much screwed if she gets
No,
kills.
but like,
Oh, that's why I knew.
You have good communication,
Sammy,
that's for
can we
sure.
get Sammy, can we get logistics?
Go back,
Can we
let's stop.
get logistics?
Go back.
You're
go
very
back.
vocal.
Yeah, I got
I
it.
can appreciate that because not everyone takes it upon himself to be vocal.
Turning.
Clash the only one in here, bro.
He's tricky.
So you guys have a Thatcher and a Capital here. There's no reason you guys should not get this wall open, bro. There's no reason. If Capital's flashes, he can burn the Wamais. It's the only counter to Capital. And if they're Cade tricking, you can just double EMP the wall.
She can't.
Oh no, we need that. We need
No,
that.
no,
Capital,
no.
we need that
We can
Capital.
know. We're taking garage control. I'm
I didn't see a bandit in the defender lineup, so
She's dead. Clash dead. Clash dead. That's.
Nice.
Yo,
Oh,
go
yeah,
to
hit
go
it
to
here, hit
CC
it
window.
here,
Go to
hit it
CC.
What are you doing?
Go to CC
Go
window.
back. Go back. Hit it here. Go
Burn
back
these
here. Go
soldiers.
back here.
That's bandit.
Okay.
okay, so they did bring the bandit, so maybe I was wrong on that.
Sending. Going default. Going default.
Yo, garage. Bottom garage.
Planting default. Planting default. It's the Jaeger. It's the Jaeger, I think.
So, from revival.
Yeah, it is a Jaeger. You heard the gun. So that means you know they don't have a nitro cell, so you can stick plant default. But one thing I noticed is you opening the wrong side of the wall.
Dead.
Because when you open the right side here,
Clash
It-
the only one.
it doesn't allow you to get a better angle on rafters. Because when you open this side right here, it allows you to see a little bit deeper into rafter, and it also gives you a better angle into the garage window somewhere over here. But when you open this side, you have to peek a lot more into the bomb site to get those angles. And when you're on repel behind you on the east repel, I think, something like that. Yeah, when you're on the east repel, you can pretty much get the same angles into the bomb site if you go all the way to the left, your left. So you can pretty much get the same angle into the bomb site if the left side of the wall is open over here. So opening the left side is definitely better. Now if you're Zofia, if you don't have a Capito here and you want to bring the Zo to disable the bandit from bandit tricking, I would get more of the middle of the wall, so that way the Zofia stun can still reach the bandit trying to trick the wall here. But you should definitely try to go for the left side if you can, because it gives you better angles and it's a lot safer for you to get to access those angles.
I'm joining you in, corrupt.
I'm going to put one down.
It's the Jaeger. It's the Jaeger, I think.
Um, So what? Let's say here it was still a 5v5 and you guys have no picks and you have all your utility down. You already used both your thermites by this point. So if you're being pressured really hard on the CC wall and you know you can't execute the site that way, you've already used both your exothermics. You use one on the construction single wall and you use one on the CC wall. So you're out of exothermics, and I'm assuming Habana is using hers, her X Kairos on the garage wall. So you're very low on the hard breach utility. So what you need to do is, if let's say the defenders are pressuring you hard CC, you can't take CC control, you still have that exothermic for reliability to get the cash wall. So at least you can change your push a little bit, because getting the construction wall there isn't necessary, because you can just take from gym, master, logistics, something like that. So you want to have utility to rely on if you can spare it, because you don't always need to use all your utility when you don't need to. So you take top rafter control. You're trying to get up in a spot. You should have just gone out breach.
You're fucking insane, Corrupt.
Just go out breach, play for the safe play. I mean, you never know. A Jaeger and a 1v4 could always clutch the round. You never know.
Actually insane.
So just play it safe.
Look at me, go back. carrying the
You
team.
play Thermite well. Your utility placement is a little bit iffy, and your aggressiveness definitely needs to be toned down. Because I'm assuming one of these rounds you're gonna get shot
You didn't know you were gonna
with
go gym this time?
trying to entry frag, and it's probably going to cost you the round.
They're gonna six-pick the
I'm
bot.
expecting at least one round
They're gonna six-pick the
where you
bot.
die and
They don't run frost on
you
them.
guys
They
lose a
don't-
round
they
because you
six-pick
don't have a
the bot.
thermite
They
anymore.
don't have a bandit arcade.
I'm playing the logistics. That's fine.
See, I don't know what kind of strat you guys are running, because you're getting dirt, but you're also getting church. Why are you getting both? You need to be. You guys are split pushing way too much. If you guys are gonna try to execute church, you need to get Moto Hatch, and you need to get church wall. And if you're playing or scrimming a good team, and you have the Hibana trying to get kitchen hatch, they are not going to let you get kitchen hatch, because they're either going to be K tricking or they're going to be impact tricking. One of the two. So you're going to need the buck, which you have, to open up above Arsenal, so that way you can cut off some sort of rotate. But you guys are using an exothermic not only on the wrong wall for dirt, but you're also getting dirt in church, and your Hibana's getting hatches. I don't know why. You need to commit to a side push. Because when you open church wall, that allows the defenders... If you don't have someone bottom main and you open the church wall, that allows the defenders to have a lot more rotation to their advantage. Because let's say you guys want to Zofia or buck open Ash wall. They can simply go from church wall through your thermite, come in through Ash wall, and they're in the bomb site, probably shooting the planter in the back of the head. So you guys need to commit to a one-side push. You're getting church wall when you don't need to. That's just my opinion. I would not have me, or if someone's playing thermite on my team, use a thermite in those two weird spots.
It's a bait. It's a bait. I know. It's a bait.
Bro, if I tell y'all to hop down hatch, hop with me, alright? Because it's free.
You do.
Oh,
Go
yo,
back.
post the back armory now. Post the back armory now, actually.
Yeah, help
Bottom
Shark.
bottom garage, bottom garage.
Yeah, you guys see, this is what I'm talking about. You guys have so many holes in your attack. Like, you aren't full roam clearing, you aren't droning, you aren't pre-placing drones on staircases. You're missing so many steps in your attack. And at some point, like right now, it's gonna bite you in the ass because you guys aren't droning shit.
Yo, they barricaded it. They barricaded it. They barricaded dirt.
So now you're face checking as thermite. Okay, so you didn't even take the gunfight. You just wanted to get the diffuser, which is good. You got the diffuser and left. So you guys have you guys have bar and kitchen control, sort of.
Throwing nitro.
Running.
You guys have no drones anywhere. Like, you're just running around the map. Is this casual or an actual game day? I'm so confused. Like, you guys need to be droning way more. You know that Mozzie Pest was there.
Vigil pushing stock, Vigil pushing stock.
You knew that Mozzie Pest was there because the IQ had her drone bottom main, and you saw it. You saw the Mozzie there with the pulse, and that is when the pulse was whiffing all of his mags on the IQ's drone in prep phase. So you definitely knew the Mozzie Pest was there, you just forgot about it.
Okay, Sammy.
Little things like that is what makes the difference between a good player and a great player. Remembering things that you saw 20, 30 seconds ago, a minute ago, minute and a half ago. So you're just pushing through. Now you have man advantage, never mind. You still... It's exactly what I'm talking about. You guys have so many holes that you just completely avoid the Vigil, and he comes back, and now it makes it a 2v3 with diffuser control. Vigil has diffuser, and he knows it. When you have a defender like that, you guys just can't leave him alone. You have to deal with him. I mean, you guys have so much time.
Oh, if Thermite had bomb.
Firstly, you can avoid all of this hectic roaming and the Vigil killing two people like this
Good job.
just because you pre-place your drones. You guys are either driving your drones into sight, or you're...
It's 2v2? I didn't even know. Yo, Arsenal's clear, by the way.
Everything's clear.
Yo, he's
Sorry.
watching bomb.
or you're not pre-placing them.
I don't have
I'm
a
bailing
drone.
offside, bailing offside.
Like your drone economy and
Bro,
droning
push this kid
and
together. He's
prep
gotta
phase is not
communicate
good
somewhere, bro. You guys both
on
gotta
your whole
challenge them
team.
together. Yeah, that's what I said. Push them together, bro.
Who sits in the middle? Kitchen. He'll push you. Yeah, you're dead.
No! Choppers! Oh no, whoever that was fucking sucks, bro.
Dude, we would have had this. I had to go. Oh my god, they gotta fix that glitch. That shield glitch, bro, it pisses me
No,
off.
dude.
Not shield glitch,
It's
door.
fine, it's fine. It's one round.
you should.
Is that a CC?
You're taking your drone
No
spawn
way.
again.
They're not
So here you're not really gonna need to pre-place drones. It'd be good to have at least one in master.
What the f-
So that way, if you need to, you can push that side.
Listen, they're going bandit, not Cade. Once you get some bandits,
They're
you can
reinforcing garage this
So
time.
I mean that's
I don't
good.
think they got a bandit.
no, you
Wait.
shoot
Hey,
and-
yo, Cap,
You went buck? Okay. Just a note for everyone that wants to scrim or play competitively on Clubhouse for oh my goodness. On Clubhouse in specific, you need 2 hard breachers for most of the bomb sites. Because when you take church, or sorry, if you want to take CC, or Jesus, if the defenders are in CCTV, you need to get the CCTV wall, and you either need to get garage wall, but if you don't want to push CCTV, then you're going to need to get cache wall. If you want to push church side, you're going to need to get moto hatch at least, and you're going to need to get church wall. And it would help if you could get kitchen and stock hatch. When they go gym, you're going to need to get either CCTV wall, or you're going to need to get cache wall. You're going to need to get jacuzzi wall, and possibly logi wall if you want to have logistics control. So most of the bomb sites, you're going to need 2 hard breachers. That's pretty average, and if you watch any Pro League game, they have 80-90% of the time 2 hard breachers on Clubhouse. So you dropping the buck or the thermite there for a buck is not the play. If you want to drop anyone for the buck, it would have to be
let's do it,
either
let's do it.
Sophia or Thatcher.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a bandit though.
Yeah, spawn on me.
Because if they go CCTV and they're either Cade or bandit tricking, you can have the buck go below. And then you can firebolt the guy trying to bandit trick on the wall. Or if they go church, you can nade over the church wall. You can get the bandit or the Cade off the wall. You can nade underneath the hatch if they go kitchen for a Cade on the wall. So you don't always need a Thatcher. Only way Thatcher would be needed is to get Moto and church hat, or sorry, Moto and stock hatch. You can make things work with buck and without a Thatcher. If you want to get garage wall, you can nade over the garage wall. So I mean, Thatcher's a good pick on this map, but he isn't needed if your team has enough coordination. But dropping the thermite here for a buck is not the play.
Nah, I wouldn't solo, because if he gets picked off, I'll break a window for you.
You just drone everything out, which is good. The way you picked up your drone there kind of worried me a little bit, honestly.
Smoke holding it.
Yeah. You should have drove your drone up the stairs a little bit, because let's say a defender was sitting on the stairs and they get the sound cue of you picking up your drone, that's a freebie on you. What are you saying? Alright. You have good communication, but you have a little bit too much excitement in your callouts. I play with people sometimes where they want to get the call out as fast as possible and as loud as possible, and they stutter a lot. Just take your time and give the call out. There will be times where you need to get a call out as fast as possible, which is okay to fuck up a little bit, but you're saying I don't know what you're saying, and I'm assuming your teammates don't either. So just take the time a little bit, slow down on that call out, and be a little bit more precise.
They're downstairs impact tricking. They're gonna impact you downstairs.
Oh Jesus Christ, bro!
Listen, bro, come on.
Bulls 30.
You have so many people in there. All right, well, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So this would be a good example to get the construction wall to the left of Hibana. This wall over there to the left. I think you call it trash wall, but that'd be a good example to get that there, because that would not allow the Vigil to sit in construction, and you had 3 teammates in there. And now it's a 4v3 to the defender side. So, yeah. Dropping the thermite might have lost you this round. I still have to play it out.
Yeah, he used
But,
to castle.
yeah.
You just shot my island.
Island's
Red.
dead. It's
I'm
just
in sight,
smoke.
I'm in sight.
Sight. Go,
Smoke
go,
was the
go,
only
go,
one in
go.
cash.
He's backside.
Yeah.
I knew someone
What
was
the
flanking,
fuck, bro? What is going on?
Go,
This
go, go,
console
go, go, go.
shit.
What are you doing? Sam.
Sammy.
A's clear, Sam.
I thought he was in the other objective.
It's
He's
cash.
clear. Get inside.
Oh.
Go.
You need to stop getting so mad at your
Bud,
teammates.
You gotta go. Let cover
You're
Let Eli
you.
cover you.
All right. If you were, let's say you and I were playing with a third person that's new to the game. If I hear you talking to that person like this, I would be very upset with you. In this situation where the Thatcher is 5 HP and you're telling him what to do, he already has enough pressure on himself for being 5 HP with the diffuser. But you not screaming at him, but being very assertive and saying, you need to go, you need to do this. That is okay in certain situations, but you're being way too aggressive. Like, you just need to let him play. Only thing you need to say here is, you need to go cash, Thatcher. That's all you need to say. You need to say, Sammy, go cash now. Say that once, maybe twice. Let him go cash. You don't need to be as assertive as you are. You're basically... Never mind. But you get what I'm saying.
Is there cams in
Flexing,
there?
flexing. 25.
Like, you don't need to be so
75.
aggressive. Just tell him once or twice. Because not only are you backseat gaming, but you're
No, Sam, he can see all of
you're
you.
changing the way he would play.
Construction, Legion.
We don't need 3 claymores. We don't need 3 claymores.
They're probably going gym.
I'm bringing Nick.
I would probably drop the IQ for a sledge.
Well, let's bring a gnome. Okay, we should. Oh, this is the last half. Never mind.
Yeah, I'll probably bring the IQ for a sledge.
But dude,
Or-
they want to- no, they're getting momentum.
Actually, no, I would bring the IQ for Hibana. Because Thatcher has breaching charges, and Hibana can get the castle barricade. So if they put a castle barricade on gym window and then gym door to jacuzzi wall, you can have Thatcher breach charge the castle barricade on gym window, and then you can have Hibana or Zofia in this instance get the castle barricade on the gym door.
Okay, listen.
Wait, why did we push the back if they didn't have a bandit?
You're most likely going to need
Because
2
they're-
hard breaches
they're
on this
pushing
map.
that.
Same thing with bank.
Yeah,
Only
but-
bomb site you're not really going to need 2 hard breaches for are
Wait, we know where they
either
are.
archive tellers or
Don't waste drones.
We need more
I
flank
need
Or,
to just save your drones. Everyone save your drones.
I know.
or CEO.
Yeah, please stop.
You're going to need it for
Guys,
basement, and you're
flank
most likely going to
and
need it for
flank
open area.
drones, clutch, fucking pristine. If you even hear a gunshot that doesn't sound like a fucking AR, aim at it. We're gonna fucking flick on these kids. They can't aim for shit. They have 1 carry in that slap, and he plays Vigil. We got this, okay? Their strats are gonna revolve around a cache and bar area, okay? They're gonna be roaming that areas. Those are hot spots for roamers. Let's fucking do this.
You're saying
They're not running out of
their hot spots for roaming are cache and where? Cache and bar?
Carry in that slap, and he plays Vigil. We got this, okay? Their strats are gonna revolve around a cache and bar area, okay? They're gonna be roaming that areas.
So you're saying the roamers are going to be in cache and bar. Any good roamer wouldn't be in any of those spots that you just said. Not only because it's predictable, but also a roamer needs to be like second by second adjusting to the attacking strategy. Just maybe 2 rounds ago, you had a vigil in garage, and he killed 2 of your teammates. So yeah. I understand you doing prep for this match, whatever match this is, if it's a league match or something, but you need to make sure that all of your players are on the same page, not just you.
Those are hot spots for roamers. Let's fucking do this.
Because everyone plays a different way and everyone sees something a different way.
We're not running Havana.
Yep.
I wonder if they
Yeah.
out.
It's either either you need to learn how to play Thermite properly, or you need to stop playing hard support. Because I mean, for console you have good aim and you have good reactions, but the way you're playing this is way too aggressive. Because everything is relying on you and the Thatcher this round. You have no Hibana anywhere. No Hibana. So if you die, or if Thatcher dies, well, not so much Thatcher, but definitely you. Let's say you come out of spawn here, you're not pre-aiming this door. Let's say someone is right here in the door, you're dead. What can you do? You might be able to flick that guy, but the chances of you flicking him versus him killing you, he has a higher chance of killing you. And you just said Slappin is the only good player on their team. Let's say Slappin was there on the Vigil, and he slams you. You're the only hard breacher. So either you need to learn how to play Thermite, or you need to stop playing hard support, because everyone can't play every role. It's something you need to learn. And support is, in my opinion, the hardest role to play in this game.
Fucking do this, boys. We're better.
If you don't know how to play support, or you want to learn, I've already made a video on it. It's in my tip video playlist.
Claymore.
Why do you want a Claymore there? Okay, that's interesting. You don't need a Claymore there. If you send someone gym window, you don't need a Claymore there. Like, you should, if you want to get Jacuzzi wall, you should always have someone gym window. You should have you on breach. Thatcher can be either with you on breach or holding CC swing from the window, and then you have someone gym window. Or you could have Thatcher holding CC window on a gun. You have someone gym window, so that way you have a crossfire. The person on gym window can see the guy Jacuzzi. If anyone wants to swing CC window, Thatcher kills that guy. You're getting wall here. You don't need a Claymore there. I mean, you can pick the Claymore up after, but I don't know.
No, place it. Just go for it.
Throw it now. Throw it now. Shoot. Stop.
Throw no Thatcher.
No.
That was a good play, but it wasn't coordinated well enough. If any good player was bandit tricking that wall, they still would have heard the exothermic. Your teammates didn't shoot fast enough.
Get bathroom. It's castled off.
Hey, I'm pushing.
Thatcher.
Yep.
What?
Where?
Oh, main. Proning on main.
So whoever droned and called that it's clearly didn't drone main stairs. Like, you can't drone this area right here and over there, like Jacuzzi Hall right here, and not drone down this hallway. You need to check master door here, and you need to check main stairs exactly where the Cade was looking, and you died. Now look, you have no more hard breach. You got Jacuzzi wall open, which is good, but you could have gotten bathroom wall open, or you could have gotten CC wall open over cache side over here somewhere on the other side of the map. So, yeah. That's a prime example of me saying...
It's fine, we got a wall.
Oh my god.
Plan B, back off. Plan B. Guys, plan B.
I'm gonna kill him, watch.
Backing off.
Like,
push someone
I'm
else.
gonna kill Kate from window.
You guys can't push anywhere else. You guys already got that all that map control and use all that utility there. I mean, you can push somewhere else, but it's a lot harder.
Back, I'm coming.
Go find bedroom. I sure on bathroom.
I wouldn't be surprised if you lost this round because you died.
1 minute. Default rotate.
This is why you need 2 hard breachers. Not only because if one dies, you have another one, but you need to split push on this bomb site.
Castle dead.
NCC.
Main stairs.
Okay, 2 bars.
Flank window. Island. Ship.
There's someone below this
Stairs.
Sophia.
Go back. Stop. Stair. It's fine. 3-3. It's fine. 3-3 half's fine for a clubhouse. We'll go CC first. Who can banner trick?
Alright, what you're doing right now, you need to stop doing. You have, like, close to a minute to talk about everything you're talking about. This IQ here, you never know. This IQ could win this round, but since you're talking, it's going to lower the chances of her winning the round. I have a huge problem with people with this kind of stuff. If you don't have a call out, stop fucking talking. Stop talking. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care if your fucking dog just died or your grandma made some warm cookies out of the oven. I don't give a shit, okay? Shut the fuck up. And if you want to talk, mute your goddamn mic, okay? Let me know you're not going to be on cams and mute your mic. Also, another thing I just mentioned. Get on cams. Why are you not on a drone? You need to stop spectating people. I covered this in my past tip video playlist. I've already seen every single VoD I've reviewed so far. Everybody has a bad habit of not getting on cams as soon as they die. If you watch my stream, or if you could see me in scrims, I give a call out, or sorry, once I die, I give the HP of the player that killed me, I give their position, and I call out the operator name. That is what I do. I instantly get on cams. What you're doing here is such a bad habit. Because let's say you stop talking about having a 3-3 split on a clubhouse and whatever you're saying. You stop talking about all that bullshit. You get on cams. You spot someone. Okay, the IQ kills the person you spotted. You get on a different cam. You see someone else. You see someone else. Now it's a 1v2. You're giving intel. I don't hear anyone giving any callouts. You should have a drone, at least one drone somewhere in this area for the IQ to get intel. This is such a bad habit. It goes through console. It goes through PC.
I want Bandit.
Yeah, like
You
stop talking about this kind of stuff. It's a 3-3 split. If you even if you win or lose this round, it doesn't matter because you're trading sides. So let's say you lose the round because you're talking. You lost the round because you're talking. You never know. This IQ could clutch the round if you just were quiet. All this prep talk that you're doing, not only one should be prepped before the match even begins. Like, you should have practice days where you're literally practicing everything you're just talking about. But two, you shouldn't be talking while someone is trying to clutch. Because yes, you might take a tactical timeout or a round timeout during a round, because it happens fairly often in Pro League, but it's not on a 3-3 split. Or it's not when the attackers and defenders swap sides. That's not when that happens, because there's no point in it. You should at least try to clutch the round, because you never know. If you lose, you lose. If you win, that's great. But you trying to talk about the next round on defense should not be happening. You should let this player clutch, because you're not losing anything.
Actually, I'll go Castle. Sammy go Maestro. Hunt kills. Sammy
Hunt
go
kills,
Maestro.
bro.
Oh
See,
my
look.
God, we could've won that.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to go into depth on this because I have a huge issue with people like this. No offense to you, the viewer that submitted the VoD. I appreciate it. But you're submitting the VoD to get better as a player. This is what I'm doing right now. So don't take this personally. I'm helping you and criticizing you to make you a better player. So if you get offended by this, I'm going to be honest, I'm not sorry. Because that's why you're submitting the VoD.
Main stairs.
Okay, 2 bars.
Flank window. Island.
Okay, so it's a 1v3.
We'll go CC first.
So you started talking and this IQ pauses. If you would have not talked, this IQ would have had an extra 15 to 10 seconds. This IQ would have had an extra 15 to 10 seconds to clutch the round potentially.
Flank window. Island. Ship. Stairs. Go back. Stop.
Look at this.
Stair. It's fine. 3-3. It's fine. 3-3.
Okay, so you start talking at 27 seconds. We'll just make it 26. The IQ started fighting people when you stopped talking, which was, what, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, something like that? So the IQ would have had an extra 10 seconds. She got 2 kills in the matter of 3 seconds. So she could have clutched this round if you would have just been quiet. Now, I get you're trying to prep the team and everything for the next round. But as I said, you have close to a minute to do that. If you talk fast enough and know what you're talking about and are prepared enough, you can say that stuff in the matter of 20 seconds if people just listen. If your players are listening, you can tell someone what to do in 10 seconds. If I have a triad on my team, I prep myself so I can prep the player. I explain to them exactly what to do, where to place the utility, what walls to reinforce, where to play. I can do that in 10 to 20 seconds. As long as they're listening, I can do what I need to do, and they can do what they need to do. So you never know. IQ could have clutched this round if you were just quiet.
We'll go CC first. Who can Bandit trick? I want Bandit. I'll go Sammy, go Castle.
So the IQ starts fighting people at like 10 seconds? No, not even. 8 seconds.
Actually, I'll go Castle.
5 seconds.
Sammy go Maestro.
She gets the first kill.
1 kills. Sammy go Maestro. Oh my god.
Yeah. She.
Could've won that.
And then you say, oh my god, you could have won that. Yeah, she could have if you were just quiet.
I don't know why you didn't try to clutch it.
I
got
didn't know
no
what to do.
Okay, listen.
I couldn't clutch that.
Okay, so
Yes, you could
I'll go
have.
Castle.
I know intel.
Sammy game, dude.
Oh, put the one in garage. Put one garage. The vault garage.
Oh yeah.
You can still
The,
get that
the
vault.
cabinet on garage.
Yeah.
We gotta be quiet for go back or Brendan.
What cabinet?
Can someone break garage for me?
Break it?
Break garage door. Break garage door. Samuel, get the right side.
That's cool. We're not reinforcing anything. We're not reinforcing anything.
No, but we need main wall, bro.
Someone get main wall. What the fuck? Yo, I'm go. Someone do that.
Sammy, why would you?
What the hell, guys?
Who didn't
The
reinforce?
bandit should always get that.
Got it, I got it. Oh, I don't have 2 though.
Oh my god, you guys actually
What
did
are
it.
we
I have 1.
doing? Stripe, can you get it?
What the
Oh
fuck,
my god,
bandit?
bro, what are we doing?
What are you reinforcing, bandit? Why?
Go back. They're
We
going to
actually just threw that so fucking hard.
Now you're being toxic.
We have to frag out of a shitty situation. Fuck this, dude. Just frag.
You're complaining. You're being complacent.
Oh,
Why? That right there is your fault. You not getting that wall is your fault. Because what I'm getting from this is you're trying to IGL these people. And you... I don't know if you guys play together all the time. I don't know if you guys scrim together all the time. But the title of the video is Tournament Segundo. I don't know how the fuck to pronounce it, but it's a tournament. It's a game. It's a game day game, right? So clearly, you either didn't prepare your team enough or you didn't care to prepare your team enough. That right there is just a lack of preparation. You should be dry running your strats. I don't care how shitty the strat is. I don't care how good the strat is. You need to be dry running them so everyone knows what to do. And if anyone has any questions, they can ask the questions while you're dry running the strats. These are things you need to do in order to make your team go to the next level and to get better as a team. You can't just expect people what to do, because not everyone is thinking what you're thinking in your head. So you complaining about a bandit not getting the CCTV walls, I'm assuming he's not prepared enough, or he's a tryout, or he's a new player, something like that. But you just need to make sure everyone is prepared.
They have Habana.
why didn't we just what?
Let's construct.
Alright, I'm going to end the VoD here because it is over an hour now in the VoD. So I'm going to have to edit this and upload it and render it, which is going to take a while. I know I stopped a little bit early in the game of the VoD, but I just kept seeing the same thing over and over, so I didn't want to sound like a broken record and keep saying the same thing. So for you, I would say definitely play less aggressive or stop playing Thermite on attack. As I said, you have good reaction, you have good aim on console, so I'd play more of an entry role for you. And on defense, I would definitely stop complaining so much. I'm not sure if it's the same for attack and defense. I didn't see as much complaining on attack, but definitely on defense, don't complain as much because nobody likes someone who complains a lot. Just give your callouts and try to help your teammates as best you can. And if you are playing in a league or this is game day or something, make sure your team is prepared. you can't blame someone for not being prepared if you're trying to order them something to do during a round, because that is just irresponsible. You need to make sure that your team is prepared in order to win the game. You want to be at 100%. You don't want to be at 60% with not knowing not knowing some of your strategy or a quarter of it. You need to be as prepared as you can. So, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like and hit that sub button as well as that notification bell. There are links to my Twitch, Twitter, Discord, as well as my tip video playlist down below, as well as the Google form to link me your VoD in the description. So if you want to see your VoD reviewed on this channel, make sure you guys go follow the rules and regulations in that Google form, and I will see you guys in the next video.